three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets...
Well, it is a final against the Chicago Sky, and it was the worst nightmare that the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese could have possibly imagined.
So it looked like Caitlin Clark has unloaded on Angel Reese.
Nobody expected the season to start like this. It wasn't just a basketball game. It was a battle that shocked the whole sports world. On opening night, the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky stepped onto the court. But from the tip-off, everyone knew this was personal. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, two of the WNBA's biggest names and bitterest rivals, were finally facing off again, this time under the brightest lights. You could feel the tension from the very first minute, and the drama only got bigger with every play. This rivalry didn't start here. It's been building since their NCAA days, fueled by wild games, heated words, and a social media firestorm that just won't let up. Clark came in as the league's most hyped rookie with a record-breaking college career behind her and a target on her back. Reese, known for her fierce attitude and never-back-down style, made it clear she wasn't afraid of anyone, especially not Clark. But nobody watching was ready for the chaos that was about to explode. It would take just one moment to push everything over the edge and get everyone talking. A new era for women's basketball had just begun, and it started with Clark right in the middle of the storm.
Three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese...
I think she says, you're effing crazy, something like that, blah, blah, blah. You crazy as F. What the F is wrong with you? I mean, my goodness.
Everything changed in the third quarter. Angel Reese cut through the paint, aiming for a layup, but Caitlin Clark was ready. As Reese jumped, Clark reached out and sent her crashing to the floor. The refs didn't hesitate. Flagrant foul. But for the fans, that whistle was just the start. Social media blew up within seconds. Twitter was wild, Instagram was loaded with instant replays, and Reddit turned into a battleground. Was it just a hard basketball play or something bigger? To Clark's fans, it was pure defense, a fearless stand from the league's brightest new star. But to Reese's supporters, it was payback from a rivalry that's been simmering for years. The clip went viral, and suddenly everyone had an opinion. Some called it just part of the game. Others said it was the most personal moment the WNBA has seen in a long time. Either way, one thing was clear. Clark was never going to back down. And now the whole league was watching her every move. And the story was just heating up.
Three. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets...
In the third quarter of this basketball game, and it's already a heated situation. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever is currently putting the beats on the Chicago Sky. And I'm telling you right now, Angel Reese is furious because she wants to make it her business to beat Caitlin Clark this year. And I'm telling you right now, it's not even close.
Let's back up for a second, because this rivalry didn't start last night. Angel Reese joined the Chicago Sky with a chip on her shoulder and a mission to prove. Her aggressive style and loud confidence have made headlines from day one. But this matchup with Caitlin Clark was different. Reese came into the game talking about how Clark always gets the media love, while other players get pushed to the side. Right before tip-off, Reese even stirred things up on Twitter, liking posts that hinted the league was protecting Clark. Fans could feel it. This game was never going to be just basketball. It was personal. The tension was everywhere, and with every tweet and Instagram story, the hype got louder. It was the kind of buildup that had everyone glued to their screens, waiting for something explosive. And with Clark on the court, you just knew she wasn't going to let anyone steal the spotlight, not on her watch.
It was just a good play on the basketball. I'm not sure what the refs saw to upgrade it, and that's up to their discretion after watching the initial whatever happened during the play and then whatever happened after. We watch a lot of basketball. It's a take foul to put them at the free throw line. I'd rather give up 2 points. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am. So, this wasn't anything like that. And I went for the ball, and that's clear as day in the replay. You watch it. It shouldn't have been upgraded. But again, that's up to the ref's discretion. But I appreciate AB having my back. I guess I don't even know what she did. I didn't see that. Well, girl, have fun playing that fine. Can I get half? I got it. No worries.
Caitlin Clark's stat line. Let me just read it to you. She came away with 20 points, 4 blocks. That's a career high for her. 2 steals, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Like, who are you, Caitlin Clark?
But Caitlin Clark wasn't about to let any of the noise distract her. After a week of doubters calling her overrated and questioning her defense, Clark hit the court with fire in her eyes. By halftime, she already had 12 points and 6 assists, running the Fever's offense with the confidence of a seasoned pro. Whenever Angel Reese tried to slow her down, Clark didn't flinch. She pushed back, both physically and mentally. Every time Reese stepped up her aggression, Clark answered right back, using smart footwork and fearless drives. The tension was obvious. Elbows in the paint, tough box outs, icy stares after the whistle. Fans in the arena could see it up close. Clark was locked in, determined to prove she was more than just hype. With every possession, she kept the spotlight and raised the stakes, showing everyone that she's here to take over the league. And it was only the first half.
She's getting destroyed. Angel Reese trying to start a fight with Caitlin Clark to deflect the fact that she is getting her ass whipped. I mean, it's on. It is on. Jason Whitlock, other than jealousy, what is Reese's motivation for animosity towards Clark? I said she's jealous AF. She sees the attendance, the ratings, gate revenue. It's not close. She's a media-created rival. ESPN played right into it with that flagrant foul BS.
The numbers didn't lie. When the buzzer sounded, Caitlin Clark walked away with a triple-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. It was a statement for anyone who thought she was just a viral sensation. Clark's performance set the tone for the Fever and shut down all the talk about her being overrated. Meanwhile, Reese battled in the paint, grabbing 17 rebounds and scoring 12 points. But the night was owned by Clark. The stat sheet was impressive, but it still couldn't capture the chaos, the back and forth, and the electricity that filled every second. This game was a storm of emotion, and Clark stood right in the center, proving she was more than just hype. She was the new standard. But the fireworks weren't over. The real drama started the moment the final whistle blew.
Was crazy. Caitlin Clark recorded the first triple-double in a season opener in WNBA history, but are you surprised? Because I'm not.
As the game ended, reporters crowded around both stars, hungry for reactions. Caitlin Clark kept her cool, telling the cameras it was just basketball. No bad intentions, no hard feelings. But her body language said she was ready for whatever came next. She didn't help Reese up off the floor, and that moment set off a new wave of debates online. Was it cold? Was it confidence? Either way, Clark wasn't rattled. In the post-game tunnel, she was seen smiling, shaking hands with fans, and looking like someone who just owned the moment. She didn't have to say much. Her game did all the talking. But on the other side, Angel Reese had a lot more to say, and she wasn't holding back.
It was just a good play on the basketball. I'm not sure what the refs saw to upgrade it, and that's up to their discretion after watching the initial whatever happened during the play and then whatever happened after. We watch a lot of basketball. It's a take foul to put them at the free throw line. I'd rather give up 2 points. I've watched a lot of basketball in my life. That's exactly what it was. I wasn't trying to do anything malicious. That's not the type of player I am. So, this wasn't anything like that. And I went for the ball, and that's clear as day in the replay. You watch it. It shouldn't have been upgraded, but again, that's up to the ref's discretion. But I appreciate AB having my back. I guess I don't even know what she did. I didn't see that. Well, girl, have fun playing that fine. Can I get half? Can you? I got it. No worries.
Angel Reese didn't stay quiet for long. At her post-game press conference, she sent a clear message. I know what this is. I know how they treat players like me, but I'm not backing down. She never mentioned Clark by name, but the meaning was obvious. Just minutes later, Reese dropped a cryptic tweet, just the word bet. It instantly blew up, racking up over 1 million impressions in less than an hour. Fans went wild, speculating that Reese was throwing down a challenge, not just to Clark, but to the whole system. Meanwhile, videos started popping up from courtside, Clark shouting something toward the sky bench right after the foul. Lip readers claimed she said, "Try that again," right at Reese. The rivalry was officially out in the open. No more hiding, no more pretending. Clark had set the tone, and now the league was watching every second. But the controversy was just starting to catch fire.
I think she says, you're effing crazy, something like that, blah, blah, blah. You crazy as F. What the F is wrong with you? I mean, my goodness.
How did you feel like you guys did in those 3 areas?
Yeah, I don't think we did
them at the best that we could. Obviously, first game, we got to look back at the film and do things better. I think we definitely had good spurts where we could see that we could definitely get back and definitely rebound and definitely play in transition. So I think we'll just go back to the drawing board and look at those things.
How do you put this game in perspective with what you guys want to accomplish in the picture?
Yeah, I mean, it's May. We don't want to look the same now in July. So take one game at a time. Like Coach said, we have 43 games left. So just taking our time day by day and learning from mistakes. Yeah, trying to control tempo, trying to give some versatility and give some options to pull out the paint, to give Middle some options, and also for our shooters on the outside.
The media couldn't resist jumping in. ESPN rolled out a segment praising Clark's unmatched competitiveness, while painting Reese as overly emotional. Fans immediately noticed the double standard. Why was Clark's fire celebrated while Reese's passion was called problematic? Social media exploded with debates about race, fairness, and who gets to be called a star. The whole country was talking about the drama, not just basketball fans, but everyone. Some said the league was protecting Clark. Others said Reese was making excuses. One thing was clear, this wasn't just about sports anymore. It was about how people saw these two athletes and what their feud said about the WNBA itself. And while the headlines kept rolling, the real story was happening in the locker rooms and on the street.
By the way, this is Angel Reese right after Caitlin Clark hit that three-pointer at the buzzer going into halftime. Guys, this game, this is what a sellout looks like. 17,274 fans, and it was fully sold out. It was packed.
It wasn't just fans and the media talking. WNBA legends jumped in too. Aja Wilson tweeted, "These rookies bring the fire. But let's talk about who gets to play tough without backlash." Candace Parker added fuel with an Instagram story. Just a popcorn emoji and game on. The veterans knew this was more than a game. It was the start of a new era. Meanwhile, the league office stayed silent, refusing to say if Clark would be fined or suspended. Fans noticed, and they didn't like it. Why did others get punished for less? Was the league really picking favorites? The silence felt like an answer. Off the court, ticket sales for the next Fever Sky matchup exploded. StubHub saw a 300% jump overnight. The WNBA didn't need to promote the rivalry. The fans were doing it for them. Everyone wanted to see what would happen next.
Everyone was like there giving Cece love. Even LeBron James posted about her triple-double, congratulating her. Tamika Catchings was there right after the game to give her a hug.
Jason Whitlock, other than jealousy, what is Reese's motivation for animosity towards Clark? I said she's jealous AF. She sees the attendance, the ratings, gate revenue. It's not close. She's a media-created rival. ESPN played right into it with that flagrant foul BS.
Angel Reese wasn't backing down. The next day, she went live on Instagram, letting everyone know she and her team would come back harder. She teased that fans hadn't even heard half the trash talk on the court, hinting that the real war wasn't just physical but mental and psychological too. Meanwhile, Clark's camp stayed mostly silent, letting her play do the talking, but insiders say she's feeling the pressure. Every move, every word, every game will be under a microscope from now on. People are already asking, is Clark protected by the league? Could the pressure change her career before it's even begun? This rivalry had officially become more than just basketball. It was now about race, media bias, and the changing face of the league. Reese and Clark had kicked off a storyline that divided some fans and brought others together in heated debate. For the first time in years, the WNBA was all anyone wanted to talk about, and the drama was only getting bigger.
I'm a bum, I'm a trash can, and Caitlin Clark just gave me the biggest pounding of my life. She owns me and my trash ass in every way possible. I'm so jealous of her. I flopped and tried to start a fake fight because I wanted some attention on Angel Reese. Caitlin was stealing all the attention today because she cooked me again. Of course, I had to stat pad by rebounding my own misses as usual. I was out there shooting tour dates, and I can't make a layup to save my life, to be fair.
For real WNBA fans, this is more than just another rivalry. It's a whole new chapter for the league. Angel Reese has become the voice of a new generation, fighting to be heard and refusing to let the spotlight go. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, is carrying the torch for the league's future, proving that she's not just hype, but a true superstar who rises when it matters most. Their rivalry is headline news, and every Fever Sky game now feels like a playoff matchup. Coaches are making changes, teammates are picking sides, and fans are already circling the date of the next showdown. This isn't fake drama. It's real, raw, and changing the WNBA forever. The question is Will the league embrace this wild new era or try to put out the fire? For now, one thing is certain. The story of Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark is just getting started, and the whole world is watching to see what happens next. So if you're a true Caitlin Clark fan, comment Caitlin down below. And if you're an Angel Reese fan, comment Angel too. Let's see who has more fans. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned because the battle for the WNBA's future is officially on.